Prior to the invasion, life was amazing. Families, get-togethers, the hotels, the Famagusta was just a bustling city. And then when the Turks invaded in '74, everyone was told to leave Famagusta on their homes, and it would be for a day or two, a couple of days at the most, and then we'd be able to go back. During the bombings, literally dropping bombs all around our homes, and we had our house was brand new and was the only house there in the neighborhood with an underground basement. So when the bombs started to fall, everybody came to our basement for shelter. Dad would go in between the raids to try and get whatever supplies he could. After the bombings, the British came in, the UN soldiers came in. They told everybody they had to leave for probably a few days at the most. And then, so everyone left their homes with literally nothing because they thought they were going to be able to come back 2-3 days later. And then they were never allowed back. And that's when Turkey occupied almost a third of the island, or a little more than a third of the island. My mom has very vivid memories and stories of the difficulties she had just to get us any food or water. 3 little boys, 3 years old, and 2 boys at 5 years old. And she had to try and bribe the British soldiers at the time to try and even just get us water. No food, they weren't feeding anybody. We ended up flying to England to get off the island. And we stayed with my mom's brother for the time being. Obviously in '74, when the invasion started, we weren't aware of the magnitude of what was happening. And the air raids started and the bombs started dropping around all around our house. And then before we went to London to get out of Cyprus, we were airlifted by the English military. And from my mom's recollection, the English treated the Cypriots terribly, like second-rate citizens, and it was horrific. And then in the villages, from first-hand stories that we got from our family members, they saw people, beheaded, tortured, murdered. There was a horrific story where Turkish soldiers had beheaded somebody and they were using the head like as a soccer ball. Just countless stories like that where it was just atrocities that you couldn't even imagine. And it was, about as horrific as you can imagine. I remember a pregnant woman being in the basement during the bombings. I remember my mom trying to calm us down. My dad just doing whatever he could to get whatever supplies, food, water, between the bombing raids. And then a vivid memory of big helicopters with the netting on the sides and the military guys just climbing on there and trying to get people in there to get them out of the city. And then eventually we were able to family back to America.